Okay, so HCl reacts with H2O, which yields to H3O plus Cl. So here's my ice chart. So if you're given the Ka and the pH, which you have here, and you need to find the equilibrium concentrations and molarity, so pretend like you don't have those there, and that's not circled, and none of this is here. You're going to start by finding out what x and x squared are, which you do by taking 10 to the negative 3.01, which is your pH, and then you end up getting this. And then you're gonna, with that, then you can figure out that H plus, I believe, is 9.77 times 10 to the negative fourth, and so it's here. And then you need to jump over to the equation where you are given Ka so that you can find what the molarity is. So Ka is 1.3 times 10 to the negative 6, which equals x squared. So you're going to plug that in up there, over x, which will be your molarity, minus your x, which is what this is. And so when you solve for that, I did where you multiply x minus 9.77 times 10 to the negative fourth to this side, and then that equals 9.55 times 10 to the negative seventh. And then once you add this to that side and divide this by whatever you get over here, then you end up with x equals 0.736 molarity. And then you plug that back in, and to find out what this equilibrium concentration is right here, you do your molarity minus whatever you have here. And then that's finding your equilibrium concentrations and molarity. So for the next problem, you have HOCN reacts with H2O, which yields to H3O plus OCN. Okay, I'm kind of out of breath from saying all that. You have your ice chart here, and you are given your pH and your molarity, and you want to find out what Ka is. So in order to do that, you do the same thing that you did up here with the pH. You do 10 to the negative 2.67, and then that gives you x, and then you square that to get x squared. X, of course, is here, but we're not finding the equilibrium concentration, so that isn't a big deal. And so since we're finding Ka, once you have x squared, you can plug it into the Ka formula, which x squared goes on top of the molarity minus x. And then you solve just like you did up here. Well, no, you don't. Let me correct myself. The negative or minus x cancels out, so then you just have 4.6 times 10 to the negative 6 over 0.015. And then that gets you your Ka, which is 3.05 times 10 to the negative fourth. And then, so that's the Ka, and that's all we needed to find. So for the last thing is the equilibrium reaction. Here, I've been seeing on a bunch of people's videos this equation, but I found it on a website as well, which I'm guessing we found it all on the same website. But you have N2 plus 3 of H2, which yields to 2 of NH3. And so basically, this is our original problem, and say that I were to decrease this amount to, okay, so these two together is 4, and this is 2. So if we were to make this less, then the equilibrium will shift to this side to make up for what's missing. And that is all I have.